Okay, so day one of this little thing. Gun and run. I'm gonna try today to see how it goes, and generally just take a few test shots. But this is the DJI OSMO Pocket 4P, and I've got to try not to fall down these steps. But I'm going to take a few sort of like on the run shots, nothing too spectacular, but just get used to using it, seeing what it's seeing what it's sort of easy to use, good at, see what the quality is like, all that good stuff, and yeah, hopefully have a bit of fun, which is what it should be all about. You know, I'm kind of done with all this 17 stops. I mean, what a laugh. And, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So lots of varying conditions, lots of challenging environments. Just come down to get me my coffee mug. I'm off to the gym now. Always used to do a lot of gym stuff, but haven't done for a few years until somebody reminded me, oh, you don't look like someone that goes to the gym. Yeah, well, bollocks to you, mate. I used to. But you get old, you know. You get old. You get grumpy. You get all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, off to the gym. Gonna have a bit of fun with the camera. See what kind of thing I can have a laugh with. It's Friday. Probably got one work call this afternoon. But other than that, let's just have a bit of a laugh. Okay, well, that's the intro. I'll see what I got there. And by the way, I'm just using the onboard mics of this thing. So there you go. Okay, so I've got my little remote, I've got my mic on, I've got my hat on, I've got my glasses on, and most importantly, I've got a coffee. And yeah, I'm up at Budrum, I've been to the gym. I'm a little bit later recording than I wanted to be, and therefore the sun's a bit brighter today, and I haven't got my ND filters yet, so I'm not using the D-Log 2 that everyone's yapping about. And I probably shan't, you know, I'll do colour recovery on this, but I'm not going to do a lot of colour grading or any of that. But the whole thing is quite easy to set up. The pack that I've got includes the remote, a combo. Then I don't think you can buy it separately, which is a real shit. I'm sure they'll fix that soon. And it includes a mic. Now, it's not a mic mini and it's not a mic 3, it's some cheapo version, but it seems to work okay. Well, we'll find out after this. But it means that it all fits in the bag. You've got to buy a separate hard case to protect the gimbal because it doesn't come with that. It's just a bit of a shitter. I'm using the internal memory. It's got over 100 gig of internal memory, which is brilliant because I forgot to put the card in. Well, I kind of forgot. I knew it had the internal memory. So yeah, I brought my tripod with me, but I'm not really using that. I'm using it on the tabletop at the moment, and I'm looking forward to this weekend. If the weather's pretty good, just to have a bit of a play. I suppose I am a little bit of a camera gear geek because I end up getting and playing with cameras more than I go out shooting things, because I've just been too busy this year. You know, I want to go and create stuff, but I've been finding it too hard, I suppose. But anyway, it's a beautiful day today. I've got some puddles around me, so I can't move that much, or I get a bit of a wet arse. I think I've got to write some scripts as well, or at least some outlines of what I want to do, rather than just off the top of my head. Mel is doing some really good stuff with her Limehouse. And it's really cool to see her getting into that. I'm enjoying that. We're getting a little bit competitive with the filming and all the rest of it, but I think we've both got a part to play. I can use all of the huge amount of kit that I've got to take some B-roll and some interesting shots of her. And then she rolls her sleeves up, put her dungarees on and she does the work. So I think that's a pretty good division of labour, if you ask me. Anyway, this is probably my 5th or 6th gym session, and I'm really surprised that I'm already noticing a huge difference in the amount of weight that I'm moving for my reps. I'm not under any illusion, I'm not trying to lift huge amounts at all, but I'm doing exercise really to help my motorcycling, especially when I'm on the track and riding under a little bit more physical pressure, I suppose you'd say. I noticed the last time I was on the track, I certainly tired quite quickly and I felt a little bit achy on my wrists and stuff. So I'm doing some exercises to really focus on my motorcycling activity. But I'm already noticing that, you know, in some instances I'm doubling the weight that I started really light, okay, really light, but I've already sort of doubled what I'm lifting for my sets. So yeah, that's really good. I'm noticing a difference after 5 or 6 sessions and over 3 weeks. That's pretty good. I've got this bloody medical thing that I'm in the middle of, which is a bit of a shitter, but I'll know more next Wednesday, what the next steps are and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's on my mind a bit, but not horribly yet. So that might change next Wednesday when I get the results, of course. So yeah, one step at a time. Okay, back to the coffee.